Morning everybody, how you doing? Mikey's back with another dip review. Today, I'm trying something. I thought back on this one. I haven't tried this one since I initially did nearly a year ago. I've tried a variation of it, but I haven't tried this one. Today, we're looking at Grizzly Straight. This is the new can. Well, not so new to some of you guys. This can design has been out for a while now. It's been out since early 2025. Here we are in the fourth quarter, 2025, and they are just now hitting my area. Yeah, life in the boonies on the West Coast. Anyway, this is a kind of their retro. They were doing a contest for like I'm a restoration and restoring, restore. I'm a restore, something like that. If you were like rebuilding cars or restoring houses, something like that, you could go to their website, do a little video or photos or whatever of your work, and see if you win their contest. Contest is now over, just in time for these cans to hit my area. Okay. Alrighty, this has like a hood ornament, kind of a retro car design hood ornament there. The Grizzly is raised. Everything else is smooth. Actually, no. Slightly raised on the emblem there. Kind of a cool design, a little bit different from what you're used to. Still has the iconic angry bear in the middle of the hood ornament. On the side here, you got Grizzly Straight with the retro logo. Got their various writings and warnings, UPC, on the back. You got all kinds of information there. And here's your date code, F5. F is the month and 5 is the year. So January, February, A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, F. 6 months. June 2025. That's when this was made, June of 2025. That's the easiest way to figure it out. A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, 6. Yeah. Sesame Street. You guys have kids? Sesame Street? Okay. Anyway, this is made by the American Snuff Company in Clarksville, Tennessee. 100% U.S. tobacco. Selling out of the United States. All right. Okay, I've been rambling on long enough. It's 5 o'clock in the morning here. Starting this new job. They're giving me a variety of shifts. See what this is. Shifted here, and my schedule. I'm bouncing around, opening, closing, working a mid. So I'm not quite sure whether I'm coming or going right now. My sleep schedule's a little cattywampus, but that's okay. I was expecting it my first couple weeks in the job. Throw the variety bucket at you, kind of get you an idea as to what you're getting yourself into. And if I can get this can open, I'll try some dip at 5 o'clock in the morning. There we go. We have achieved dipness. There's your lid shot. Okay. That's shadow. That was not a piece of dip. I saw a long thing right there, and I'm like, that better not be a piece of tobacco. No, nice, pretty even can design there, or cut. Ooh, nice, rich, straight flavor. There's your money shot right there. Yeah, give you an idea what's going on. There's one like long little bit right over here. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. Everything else looks good, and there's like one little oddball bit right there. Like, hi! Nice moisture. Got some sponginess to it. All in all, if you like straight, that's kind of just typical straight flavor or aroma. Not catching a whole lot of smokiness. This is mainly that sweet, tart kind of yin-yang thing they got going on there. Anyway, enough yammering. I'm going in. Pinches real well. No problem with the pinch. And we are off and running. Don't want to get dip on my jeans right before I go to work. There we go. I haven't tried the actual Grizzly straight in quite some time. Um, what I have tried is the Grizzly Dark Select, which is kind of a Grizzly straight. Using a really good blend of extremely dark fired tobacco, like all dark fired. If you're looking for a really good straight, the Grizzly Dark Select is really good. That's if you're looking for like a really rich, smoky straight Grizzly Dark Select. The smokiness factor on this one, toned down. It's there. What I'm catching here, that sweet and tart are quite predominant, and a little bit of salt too. Got some saltiness in the background on this one. But yeah, it's like the yin and yang between that sweet and tart. Pretty good balance on this one. Smokiness, it's in the background. It's not real predominant. But yeah, all in all, this is pretty good stuff. Holding together very well, juicing up quite nicely. Juicing up very nicely. Yeah, it's not incredibly sweet, but it's not incredibly tart. It's like a nice, moderate to mild barbecue sauce. You know, for some reason, I always go to barbecue sauce or smoked meats whenever I'm trying a straight. You know, it kind of reminds me. Oh, this kind of reminds me of a beef jerky. This one reminds me of more of a pulled pork. It's got a little more sweetness in there. This one reminds me of brisket, nice and hearty. You know, this one here would probably be tri-tip. Yeah, tri-tip. Not sweet like pork, not real hearty like the brisket, but a nice smoked tri-tip with a nice sweet glaze on it. But yeah, all in all, really good straight. I don't know why I haven't tried another can since I originally tried this nearly a year ago. It's been nearly a year since I started this dip adventure. Well, it's been practically a year since I first started dipping. And after about a couple of weeks of dipping, I was trying to keep notes written down, tasting notes. Kind of like when I came from cigars. And bad habit with me and cigars is I try a cigar. Oh man, this is really good. I got to remember to buy more of these. Well, I'd lose the band. Or I'd save it, and I'd look at it and I'd pull out my pocket and okay, did I like this cigar or was this a bad one? I was trying to remember. You know, sometimes I couldn't remember. And so I'd wait a few months, buy another one, and ooh, yeah, okay, I remember now. The cigar was good. The cigar sucked. I tried to write down notes. I was horrible at writing stuff down for tasting notes. I tried it when I started getting in the dip. I tried that same thing, writing stuff down, keeping notes, what I did and didn't like, how I was getting used to certain cuts. And I quickly realized that writing down tasting notes while I'm trying a dip, ooh, I can't do that. So I threw my camera up and started recording it. I figured I'll keep a recorded record of my tastes and see how they change over time. Then I got the wild hair, started uploading it to YouTube because, hey, if YouTube wants to store the information for me, yay! So, yeah. And here we are a year later, 1,200 people following this channel. I don't know why you guys want to see a fat old man try and dip, but hey, if it makes your day a little better, I'm glad I could help. If you get to laugh at me and some of my misadventures with certain kinds of dip or tobacco products, have fun. I'm having fun. But yeah, I can't. This is a good straight. I like it. It's got just enough of that sweet and tart stuff going on. I wish it was a little more smoky. If it had a little bit stronger smoky flavor to it, be perfect. But this one here, it's not quite as smoky as, say, a Copenhagen. All in all, pretty good. Nicotine content, moderate high. This is not like Grizzly Wintergreen. It's not that strong. But this is not Skull. It does have some nicotine to it, especially at 5 o'clock in the morning. Correction, right now at 5:30 in the morning. 30 minutes until the breakfast bar opens downstairs. Yeah, they have biscuits and gravy. It's hotel biscuits and gravy, but hey, it's biscuits and gravy and it's included and it's free with the hotel. I'm taking it. Yeah, maybe a waffle too. I don't know. My diet, out the window. Something I'm doing the traveling training thing for my new job. And the new job is going quite well. I am very comfortable in this store. Very comfortable. I've worked farm and feed store for 6 or 7 years. I've done another 6.5, 7 years at a hardware store. I work general retail, stuff like that. So coming here, it's very familiar territory to me. Main thing I'm having to learn right now is their policies, procedures, and the lingo. Every store has a different vocabulary for the same thing. Every store is different. You know, they say, hey, you gotta go to the barn. What's the barn? That's Tractor Supply's employee website, where you can get all their information. Other people, they call it the hub, or they call it this, they call it that. It's all the same thing. It's their central website for reports and information. Planogram. When you're looking at it, you guys who are in retail, I'm rambling now, so if you don't want to hear me ramble, just turn it off. And you walk into the store and you see how everything is set up. All the stuff on the shelf for major retailers. All that stuff is planned. Everything has a very specific spot in the set. Sometimes manufacturers will pay a little bit to have their product predominantly placed on a certain level of the shelf. Or that's part of the agreement when you license to sell their stuff. You gotta put it here, right at eye level for the customer. All that stuff is planned. It's called a planogram, or a POG, or a set, or a plano, or something. They call it different. Every store, variations on a theme. So yeah, I'm learning the lingo, store policies, where to find stuff, both on the computers and in the stores itself. All in all, pretty good. Like I said, very familiar territory for me. I've only been, this will be my 3rd day. I'm already feeling very comfortable in the store, very comfortable. I was a little nervous at first, but after about a day there, it's very laid back. I appreciate that. They're very laid back, yet they're professional. Laid back, yet professional. They're there to run a business, make some money, but they're not taking themselves too seriously because it's retail. You're selling stuff. It's not rocket science. You're not splitting the atom. You're not saving the world. You're selling stuff to people, selling things people need. Someone needs dog food. We got it. Someone needs a little piece of hardware. We got that. Stuff like that. The store has a good crew. Got good customers, nice location, except for the heat. It's going to be like 90 degrees today, which is about 10, 15 degrees out of my comfort zone. I live over on the coast. It's a little cooler over there. But all in all, I'm really enjoying it. And I'm really enjoying this straight. I don't dip I don't dip straights as much as I used to. I'm not sure why. I've gotten out of the habit of trying straights. But anyway, I've rambled on enough. I will let you guys go. I'm going to get myself ready and go down and get some breakfast. Anyway, Grizzly Straight. Sweet, tart, not real smoky, but there's some there, not a whole lot. All in all, a very good, well-balanced straight. I kind of wish it had a little bit more smokiness, but that's just my personal taste. Anyway, I will come back at you later with another dip, chew, snoo, snuff, or alternate product review. Until then, enjoy the rest of the videos. I have a few hundred of them down there now. Drop some comments below. I read every comment. I respond to some of them when I can. Anyway, I'll catch you all later with another dip, chew, snoo, snuff, or alternate product review. Until then, y'all take care. Bye.